All right.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
So can I just be reminded about, are we using a drafting mechanism that is only for the wizard?
We
Or are
are.
we using one that applies right through the sets?
This is actually what when they came out with more strict tournament guidelines, they they sort of cleaned up the rules for the character draft. We are not using the cleaned up version. If you want to, it's very easy, and the all it really does is we don't lay them all out at once. We just do them one at a time, and we reveal the same character, our first character simultaneously, and then we reveal our second character simultaneously. So that way, you get a little bit better chance of not bouncing as much because you don't
Okay.
reveal your entire company and I don't reveal my entire company at the same time. We just do it one character at a time.
Okay.
So if we want to do that, this is how it would work. Um,
Oh, hang on. I've put the wrong one out.
no problem.
Okay.
All right.
So we both reveal our first card.
Yes. Good.
Who's
Okay, that's
that?
good. And then we put a second character down. So you're allowed to have 10 characters in your starting pool, and you
Right.
can reveal up to 5, which means that you have backups in there in case you start duplicating characters with your opponent as you reveal them. Um,
Right. So I've got 5 characters in my deck. I'd put them in the pool to start and transfer them.
yes, you could do them either. You could do it either way. What the rule that it works is you are allowed to have up to 10 characters in your starting pool. You can play up to 5 of them, and then with the ones that duplicated or the ones that you did not reveal, you can put up to 10 characters into your deck, but you have to have some either that were in the pool or that were already pre-selected to go into the deck. um,
Yeah, okay. Into the deck up to 10.
yeah.
Right. And
Okay.
could you just discard the ones that you didn't
Yes.
use
So the
from
ones
your pool?
in the pool that you did not use, or let's say your opponent gets one in and you decide not to fight over it, you're not going to try to go
Mm.
influence it away or anything. You just don't you remove it from game in Cardinum before
Yep.
you shuffle before you draw your hand, and then that way you it doesn't go into the deck. It doesn't shuffle in at all.
Okay.
So I'm counting up my points here. I've got 13.
And you've got 18.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
20. We've both got 20, yeah.
Yes.
Right,
So
okay.
I'm going to
Uh,
put that there. Put that there. So I like my other characters, although you do have Owen, who is in my pool. I did not reveal him. So I'm going to just remove him from the game. And I just click on him and he goes into the remove from game pile. Now, if I wanted to hide which character I was removing from the game, I would do RFGH, which stands for hidden, remove from game hidden. And
right,
it comes out
okay.
face down, and you don't get to know what character did not shuffle into my deck. So I'm going to draw my hand. Keep. So I tried to play with a little bit of a theme here. I'm sure you'll be able to pick up on it quickly.
Okay.
Oh, what did I just do? Oh.
I'm just getting I know I haven't rolled the dice, I'm just getting my sight cards.
Oh, so you got 2 companies, okay. 3 companies.
Yeah. No. What? No, it's a spacer.
That's usually at the very end of the game. You'd run the blitz. You split everybody up and run them off. One company, one character companies to try to do something, and it never works.
Okay, so roll the dice. Draw my hand.
So we tied. So yeah, keep your hand. Go ahead, keep your hand. And then roll again.
I went keep hand, and I haven't got roll dice.
Because you just do the /R.
Oh, okay. That's right. Forgot about that. Oh, I just must have not clicked in there.
All right.
5 and 4s.
So I got 9 to your 8.
Yeah, so pass turn.
Right. All right. So I have
Bilbo, and you've got 3 dwarves. Oh, yes.
Yes. You can see where I'm going with this. All right. So we...
So I've got 6 character points. And I've got, I believe, no free GI.
So I'm organized. We're going to move this whole company. So it's a hazard limit of 4. 3.5 rounds up to 4. And we're going to go to the Goblin Gate.
Wow, straight off.
Straight off.
Goblin Gate, say High Pass, say.
So you can
play
draw
a Scout Alley, a minor item, or a ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Scout ally is Gollum.
Ah, right.
And you can draw 2. I'll draw 1.
Okay. And it's 4.
4 hazards, correct.
Yep.
To a shadow hold.
Checking the text on a card. You're in the High Pass. Yep, so I can't use that one. Okay, so I'll play the Wake of War.
Uh-oh. I'm playing the Wake of War, too.
Right.
So things are going to get dangerous.
And I'll play Wargs.
Oh. Well.
So that's... What is it? It's increased strikes and prowess.
Yes.
So
instead of...
it's 3 at 10.
Uh-huh. And we're going to tap Thorin, one of my scouts. And he... Whoops, wrong card. He is going to conceal it. Right. We're going to run away from the wargs.
Yep. So now... Oh, I didn't notice I had that there. Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know. But anyway, okay, I'll play Watcher in the Water.
Yeah.
So that must be... Oh, so what happens there? Does it mean each character faces 2 strikes?
No. When every character faces a strike, there are no extra strikes assigned. But it will get the prowess modifier. So instead of everyone facing 1 at 8, everyone faces 1 at 9. But we're going to run away from that one too.
Oh, great. So
I should have used him to. I should have used Feely to cancel the first one, and then kept Thorin on tap. But it's okay.
Okay. All right. So that's 3. You only got 1 company.
Uh-huh.
So I was just debating whether to put something on guard, because in this situation, if I put it on guard,
You
I
will
then
get
draw
to
back. I would get to draw an extra card, wouldn't it?
correct.
Well, it would be for the next company that's moving, but since there's no other company,
what it will do is it will let you hold. It will let you see which card you want to discard at the end of turn instead of having to blind discard one and draw one.
Okay. Yep. So that's worth doing. Yep. All right. So on guard. Select the site.
Mm-hmm.
Select card. And no more hazards.
All right.
And then I draw back to 8 and click on next movement hazard phase, which in this case,
right. So I have I've drawn back up to 8. I'm going to go to the site phase, and we're not going to enter. So,
okay, so
you can
click.
Whoops.
Do I click return now?
You should. Yes, you can click it now because I acknowledged end of turn discard. So go ahead and take it back.
Right. Yep. That's what we were saying. Wait till the end of turn discard to take it. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then you have 9 in hand, and you can choose which of the 9 to discard.
Yeah. Okay. That's an easy one, and done.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I need to get my influence points right.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't actually turn those ribbon doors up, but anyway, I've done that. So untap all. Yeah, what have I got here? Yep. Location deck. Strange.
What's that?
I've gone to the site deck, and the Wind Deeps is that normally there? Does it normally show?
Put it out on the table.
Remember.
Let me look at it.
Hang on. I'll put it in my hand and close.
Yeah, that you should not have that. That's a Balrog site card.
Yeah.
That's strange. I wouldn't worry about it, but you're not going to go there, so.
No, I'll discard. Remove from game, I suppose. Now to put it out.
Yeah, that would work.
Oh yeah, that was.
Was that the only wrong alignment site? The others are all here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the dwarves and the elves do not want to travel together.
Yeah, no, it's part of the theme. Now,
they came out with a card in one of the later sets I think it was the White Hand, that it's kind of like a call of home that works when you've got dwarves and elves in the same company, and it can really mess with a company that's got the mix.
Okay.
All right, so he's got a ford out, so no creatures keyed to wilderness.
Yep, for the dwarves. So I'm organised. So that'll come off on your turn, the Wake of War.
Right.
So I go into the movement hazard phase, and I'll move the dwarves first.
Okay.
So they're going to the Winterthrone.
Right.
So that'll have to be a region movement.
Mm-hmm. All right. And two cards each, right? And a hazard limit of 2.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to key that to the ruins and layers. I can't key it to the wilderness with the ford.
So that's going to be 2 at 10.
2 at 10.
Okay. So they've both got to do face 1. I can't cancel it, so face attacks. And I'll go to locale 14.
Mm-hmm.
And he will play. He'll play block.
All right.
So that'll be 5 versus 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, he'll be a 6 with the dagger.
Oh, with it. Oh, yeah.
So he needs a 4. Tied it.
Tiny just. Wow.
That's all right, because Owen's not gonna make it.
No.
He's a 2.
Yeah.
Unless you've got something for him too.
Well, actually, I have, but I don't think I'll waste it. I think I'll wait.
All right. So he needs an 8.
So he's a 2 versus 10.
Come on, Owen. Nice.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So done the facing. So
your weaker guy beat his. Dane only tied.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this, I hate to play it, but I'll play a river. So that's the tap. You have to tap a ranger. He's already tapped. So
yeah. Okay.
You basically
that's a good card.
Stall you for the turn.
Yep. That's good.
All right. And I have no hazards.
So the Ford goes off. And I'm at 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just... You're at 8, so I just reveal the other... Oh, and I was reading the companion sample game.
Okay.
And I noticed how that they take the origin location card off as soon as they finish their movement hazard phase for that company.
Interesting.
Is that right, or can you do that? Or?
I guess you do, because once you've completed your move, the path is gone. You are now at your new site. I think that I've heard some people splitting hairs about whether, let's say you move Elrond to Rivendell as one of 2 companies, whether he is at Rivendell at the end of his movement hazard phase to let you hold an extra card or not, or if you have to wait until the other company finishes their movement hazard and then everyone is at the site. I'm not sure. I've heard people talk about having to wait, but it seems to me that once you're there, you're at the site, and the origin site goes away, and you're now at your new site. But I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, I'll watch out for that. Okay. So the other company is going to the Grey Havens.
Right. So this would be the exact example. Círdan moving to the Grey Havens. Once he's there, you get to hold an extra card.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, yep. He's pretty handy that way. He's one of the three elf lords.
So does that mean I would draw back to 9 at the end of my movement hazard phase?
I would say yes. I would say yes.
But some would say...
Some, I don't know for sure. But what I would do is at the end of their movement hazard phase, I would adjust my maximum hand size from 8 to 9, and then I'd hold that 9th card because you are there. You're at the site. You've completed the movement hazard. So we're going to draw 2 for that. And I got a double wilderness and a free domain to a haven. I have nothing to play. So I have to discard.
That's right. Okay, so I'll discard that, and I'll increase my hand size to 9. And I'll find something to discard.
Yeah, so I need to do the same.
I'll discard that one, so I'm at 9.
So you're good.
Okay, so I'm into the site phase, and thanks to your river,
nothing at the wind throne. Now the obvious play for Círdan at the Grey Havens is the Elves of Linden. I hope you've got them in there.
I have got that in my deck, but not in my hand.
It's an easy 2 points.
Yep.
The only faction playable at a haven for the heroes.
Okay.
All right,
so I'll go into end of turn phase, and I'll discard 1, then draw, give you the acknowledgement.
I'm done.
Oh, alright. Lucky you said that. I was having a dream.
I do that all the time. All right. Poor Feely is wounded. I've got 3 strikes at the Goblin Gate, and it looks like Bilbo is going to have to go after one of them. I'm trying to keep this thematic, but it's not going to work. All right.
Oh, that's why you waited, was it?
I was going to, I wanted to get
some help.
Uh-huh.
Got another character.
Got my wizard.
Oh, bonus.
Backup wizard.
And that's the I draw 1 less.
He draws. Yes, he makes you draw 1 less when he moves.
Yep.
And I think that I think we're gonna leave him. I think we're gonna leave both companies where they are. So I'm gonna go right into the movement hazard phase, and we'll do the Goblin Gate first. So
my Wake of War comes off.
Your Wake of War comes off. Yep. You can no cards drawn for either of us with the no moving, but you can play creatures keyed to the shadow hold of Goblin Gate.
Okay.
If you play a creature Alatar can teleport over and join them to face one of the strikes, but he has to tap afterwards. So it's he joins up, but he doesn't join up untapped.
Yeah, okay. All right. So that was a mistake, that discard that I did. Oh well. I'll play Dwarves.
Ooh, okay, yes. As a permanent event?
Permanent. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. And that brings me to 8. And I'll play a card on guard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'll say no more hazards.
So you can draw up. I'll draw up as well. And then you can do next movement hazard, and we'll go over to Alatar at Rivendell. And you have a hazard limit of 2 there.
Alright. Okay. And so again, I'll go on guard.
Mm-hmm. You're getting the hang of the on guard cards.
Yeah, trying to.
Right.
So I draw back to 9.
Mm-hmm.
And next movement hazard phase.
All right. So we go to the sight phase. I'm going to go ahead and enter the Goblin Gate. Do you have either a creature or something to modify the auto attack?
No. So I click on possible effect.
Possible effect, correct. So what that means is I'll go ahead and face the 3 at 6 orcs. Now, Thorin and Balin are the only 2 untapped dwarves I've got. So Bilbo is going to have to face the 3rd one. But Thorin and Balin do get bonuses against orcs. Thorin is a 5 with a +3 prowess against orcs. So he not tapping is back down to a 5, and he beats his automatically.
Yep.
But Bilbo is going to have to tap. He's a 1 versus a 6 and needs a 5. No.
Ooh.
Come on, Bilbo. So you get a body check of 9.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Body check of 9.
Yep. Just noticing the elven. Oh, it's got to be keyed to wilderness.
Yeah, he can't use that without. Good, thank you.
Yep.
That was as bad as my roll.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll go over to
and
Balin.
Balin's a 4 and 2 is 6, yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and tap and make his automatic. And then Thorin is going to
he's got the shield.
Tap. Yep. Well, he's a 4, but he's got +2 against orcs, so he's a 6 tapping, which is auto. And Thorin will tap and find the ring that Bilbo was supposed to find.
Okay.
And that taps the site. And if you have a corruption card, like a Lure of Expedience, you would be able to reveal it at this point.
Okay.
And you could put it on, pretty much put it on anybody you wanted to. You'd put it on the character who got the item to make him make a bigger check. And then Alatar will not do anything. He will not enter. So you can draw that back. Oh, I clicked it. I did it wrong. That's okay. So you just go ahead and go to your hand size now, and then I'll acknowledge end of turn discard, and we'll be done.
Okay. So I've got to lose 2. Hang on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
End of turn. Yep, I'm with you.
All right.
Start. 10. Okay, untap all. So the dwarves will stay at the wind throne. And the elves will stay at the Grey Havens.
All right.
And
so no draws for me. And you can pick which one you want to do first.
Yeah, okay, so I'm organised. No long events. So movement hazard phase. Okay, so the dwarves are staying. The dwarves are moving nowhere first.
Okay. I think I just need to play something on guard. I have nothing for them. Oops. There. So no hazards. Draw back up. And then you're going to do the elves, and they're also staying?
Yep.
So we'll do another on guard card. No hazards, and draw back up.
Go into the side phase, and the elves are still doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. And I'll base the 3 strikes with 7, so that'll be 1 at 7 and 1 at 8.
So we'll do the extra on Dane.
Okay.
So he does have a +2 against orcs. So he's a 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 1 is back down to a 7. Doesn't tap, he's down to a 4. And he needs a 3.
I think I've got something that'll help him.
Or you can do it that way.
Yeah, just to be sure.
I don't know who you want to get whatever it is you're getting, so I'm making assumptions.
All right. Well, I'll use the lucky strike, and he'll stay. So face attacks at 14.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll stay untapped. So it was 5 and 2, 7's 8.
Mm-hmm. With the extra assignment, takes him down to a 7. Right. And then he goes 7, down to a 4.
Down to a 4. Yep. Okay. Jeez, a lot to add up.
So all he needs is a 3, really.
3 or 4? It's a 7.
It's a 7,
not 4 versus 8. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so first roll.
Got it.
Yep. Okay, and then other locale 16. So he's a 3 plus 1 is 4, and I'll tap him.
So he just needs the same thing. He's a 4 versus a 7. Needs a 3. Got it?
Only just, yeah. So I'm done facing.
Save your big rolls for when you need them.
Yeah. So
I have a possible effect. So I click possible effects.
Okay.
And that's all.
Now I play Durin's Axe.
Nice. Yeah, good.
So I'll transfer the dagger at some point. So I tap him.
And tap sight.
The side.
I did not reveal anything, so if you want to go to...
I can go straight to end of turn?
You can go to end of turn. You can discard 1 and draw 2 if you like, or you can just draw 1.
And let me just have a look.
And I'm going to return both on guard cards.
In fact, 2, because I'm at...
And I'm going to discard...
I'll give you the discard.
1.
I get
4
4 if held by dwarf, so I've got 4 item points.
Right. That's a great item.
Yeah, that'll help him to stay untapped. You've got nothing else, so end of turn.
All right. Untap. Thorin is going to transfer the gold ring over to Bilbo. So he does not need to make a check because there's only 1 corruption point. My wizard is going to bring in another character, Bard.
Oh, yeah.
He's not worth any points, but at least I've got him and he's beefing up the company.
And he's a scout.
He's a scout, yeah. And
is he going to stay and keep that ability? Oh, no.
they're gonna move. So each company's gonna move. We're organized. We'll do the Wizards Company first.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the Barrow Downs.
Double wilderness and a ruins and lay. And 2 hazards.
Mm-hmm. So you get to draw 2. Well, excuse me, you get to draw 1 with Alatar moving.
I am, yep.
I'll draw 1. And it's a ruins and layers with 2 wilderness. And a hazard limit of 2.
Okay, I'll play a Dunafell as a permanent event.
Uh-huh. Always a good...
I'll play the giant spiders. So, what's the story with the timing? Can I wait to see whether you're cancelling the spiders before I decide to tap whether I want to tap a Duna? Dwar of War?
Yes, you can.
Right.
So my first option is whether I cancel or not. And I say no, yep. I cannot, or I choose not to cancel. And then you can modify the attack if you want.
Does that give you the option of cancelling again once it's modified?
It does, but it waits. It lets you wait to see if I'm going to cancel it or not outright. Because you could make it nasty enough that I think I could then choose to cancel it before strikes are assigned. You're allowed to modify the attack, or you're allowed to cancel the attack. But once it moves past that and I start assigning strikes, there's no way to cancel the attack.
Right. So really, because you know that Dwar is on the table.
Mm-hmm. I cannot cancel it. I have no cancelers, so you're welcome to go ahead and enhance it up to an 11.
1. Yeah. The thing I'm not quite sure about is that issue of... So I play giants... This is just to learn. So I play giant spiders.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the option of cancelling any attack.
Mm-hmm.
You say you're not cancelling it. I tap Dwar and then you say, I am cancelling it.
I think you can do that. I won't say I'm positive, but I think you can do that.
Which would mean... There's no point in me waiting to see if you're cancelling it. I may as well just say it's giant and I'm not playing Dwar, or it's giant and I am.
Well, the reason you might wait would be to see if it's bad enough that I want to cancel it before you even enhance it.
Oh, right. And then I might, so I might decide not to bother enhancing it.
Right. Right.
Oh, well, if you've cancelled it, I couldn't.
You wouldn't need if you throw that out and I immediately say I don't want to face it, I'm canceling it.
Yeah.
Then there would be
I'd
no
be
reason to
wasting
waste
Dwar.
Dwar.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. I understand.
But you can push it over the limit and then get it to the point where I say, you know what, I've changed my mind. I still haven't assigned strikes. I'm going to cancel it now. And it does make you play that extra hazard using tapping Dwar, but I think that's the way to play it. I think timing wise.
Yeah. And if you start assigning strikes, I can't then play Dwar because
I think you can play Dwar. I think you can tap Dwar. As long if I say I'm not I think that Chris or someone else is probably going to be your best because usually I just yield to the situation and say, all right, fine, I'll go ahead and face it, or you've already done that, I'll face it. But I have in this particular situation, I have no cancelers, so you're welcome to bump it up or to leave it as it is. Either way, I'm going to have to fight it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'll just play the 2. I won't. I'll just go 2 at 10.
Okay, 2 at 10. We're going to have to fight it. He's a 3. He's going to tap. Tied it. Good.
Yep.
And he is a 6 versus a 10. Beat it.
I saw that too. I thought
I did too.
Yeah. Okay, so the giant spiders come off.
Mm-hmm.
Tied it, didn't you?
Yeah, I tied it. I didn't get it. I did not get it.
Yep. Okay, so that's the 2 hazards. So right. I draw back
so
to
you draw
9.
Back to 9, and we move over to the other hazards. Company.
Yep.
And they're no surprise running back to Rivendell.
Yep.
So you can draw 2, I can draw 1, and a hazard limit of 4.
Now, let me just check something here. So,
sure.
So they're at Goblin Gate, so they're going from High Pass to Ruda on something I'm trying to do. I'm not going to be able to do it this turn. No. Okay. It's a double wilderness. Okay, so I'll play the Wargs.
Oh, these guys again.
Yeah. So that's
2 at 9.
2 at 9. Yeah, I haven't got Wake of War down.
So I almost played it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to play it if I don't have anything to protect myself against it. It's still in my hand. All right, so we're going to have to face this 2 at 9. We'll do Balin and Thorin.
So this time I will tap Dwar.
Yeah, sure. Sure. So now it's 2 at 10.
Yep.
And, it might have made sense to tap Dwar earlier because the effect lasts to the end of the turn.
Oh, so there was, because I was intending to tap it for the second company.
Right. So if you were going to tap it, he could have tapped for the first with the spiders. And then it would have stayed, the effect would have been lasted for both companies because it lasts to the end of the turn. Yep. So anyway, he's got 1 at 10. He's a 5. Beat his. Good. Good.
And can you choose any character, even like a wounded, if you wanted to? Or
No,
no,
I
you've got
cannot.
to untapped. You've got to.
I can only choose untapped.
Yeah.
So he is a 4. He will tap the shield. And he will tap. So he's a 5 versus a 10, just like Thorin.
So you might be going to get.
Didn't get it.
I was going to say some cure points, but no.
Didn't get it.
Okay,
so his body is a 7, but it's up +1 with the shield, so it's an 8. So a 9 will kill him. Only just safe.
Lemon shield.
Just safe.
Okay, so I'll discard that. So that's 1 hazard. I have got another one.
Always hate it when you start counting because you know there's more coming. All right, now because I have everyone tapped, you get to assign who this goes after. It is 1 strike, but instead of a 10, it is an 11 because it's an animal, or excuse me, it's an awakened plant. It doesn't get that from Dwarf. Dwarf only gives wolf, spider, and animal.
Yes, yep. Okay, yep.
So it's still 1 at 10, but you get to pick who it goes after. Bilbo has a cloak, so he could tap to cancel that with the cloak if you assigned it to him.
Yeah, because it's assigned to wilderness. What a shame.
Well,
he would have been the likely target.
Yeah, he definitely would. That's why he's got the cloak.
Okay, so we've got... I'll just check your 2 wounded characters.
Feely is a 0. He's worth no points, and he's wounded. Balin is a 2, and his body is down to a 7 now. So he might be the guy to go after. Thorin is a 4. He needs a 6, but Balin needs an 8 to tie it. All right. Jump facing, face attacks. Next character. So 2 versus 10. Yeah. All right. So an 8 will kill him.
Body check 7. All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to transfer.
He can pass up his shield.
Yes. Yeah. Now it can only go to Thorin because wounded characters can't loot the body of their dead comrade.
Okay.
But Balin, we thought he died in Moria. He didn't. He died he died on the way back to Rivendell.
Now I'm not getting the on guard option.
Oh, I'm sorry because I'm not in the sight phase. Oh no, yeah, you should get the on guard option.
I'll click on next movement hazard phase.
Yeah. Let me go.
Okay, now I've got it. This is the second movement hazard, isn't it?
Correct. Yes, it is.
Yep. So I've got to put something on guard. And it can actually be anything, can't it? It doesn't actually have to be a hazard.
Hold on 1 second. Hello? Yeah, I am.
Alright. If I draw Alatar and it's a 1-1 draw, does the player draw any cards or is he limited to none because it's negative by 1?
It's reduced by 1 to it can go down to 0. It can go to 0.
I just wanted to make sure I was playing it clearly and there was no...
That's correct. That's correct. Yep, you got it right.
Alright, Spence.
All right, good luck. That was my friend. He's playing in the sealed tournament, and he wants to ask if Alatar's company can make his opponent draw 0.
And
that's
he can?
Yeah, he can make him draw 0. He can move. He moves the draws 1 less to a minimum of 0.
Yep.
All right. So you've got an on guard card. You've gone to hand size. I need to discard one, and go to the sight phase. Not doing anything.
Your character's down by 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Oh, I can.
And we won't enter.
So it's end of turn discard, right?
Right. So return on guard.
Oh, yep. That's right. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. I've just got to decide.
All right.
So untap all. Location. These fellas. Okay, so I'm at 0. Yeah. Actually, I forgot. I intended to have Oin and Orifin as followers, so I'll fix that up in a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
So Orifin will transfer the dagger to Círdan.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it? Círdan?
Círdan. I believe they said they've got linguists say that it is a hard C.
Círdan.
Right. Círdan.
Oh, yep. And I'll just put him at the end for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Elra here. I'll reveal him. And what I'll do is I'll discard Orifin.
Where if you discard Orifin, that space, that column is going to collapse.
Oh, no, first I'll do the swap. Yeah, first I'll do the swap.
Now you can't play a character and discard a character on the same turn.
Oh.
So if you want to bring him in, you could bring Elrohir in under Círdan's direct influence, unless you've got the elves that you want to play this turn. But he could come in directly under Círdan's control.
Yep. I'll organise him under, because that's where I wanted him to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll make Oin a follower of Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Which I meant to do at the start. Okay, so that's 7 and 2's 9 and 8, 17. So I've got 3 GI free.
Mm-hmm.
Círdan's a 6/8 and he's a 5/8.
And Dane has 2 weapons, remember, too.
Oh, yes, yep. So he's got... so with the Durin's Axe, he's got 4. He'd have to pass a corruption check of 4 to move it.
Right.
Hopefully I kept a card that helps with that.
So a friend or 3 would be a card, or a diplomat card, because Dane is a diplomat, like an old friendship or a new friendship.
I have got them both in the deck, but not in my hand.
Okay. Well, you could let Owen tap to give Dane a +1 to transfer one of those items, to take it down to a 3 that he has to beat instead of a 4. Just lots of options.
Mm,
Or you could
but
wait. You could wait to move them until you have one of those support cards.
But in the meantime, you might put a corruption card on me.
Could correct.
On Bane, yeah. Yeah, so I think what I'll do is I wanted to use Oim to play forward. Can't do both. So what is it? Corruption of 4. I'll take a chance. Okay, Dane he'll do a corruption check to move
Mm-hmm.
the dagger.
Okay.
So okay,
Come on, Dane. You can do it.
He's living dangerously.
Got it.
Yep. Okay, so transfer.
I always feel so smart when the roll works my way. You transferred the wrong one.
I'll be sad if it hadn't worked.
Did you mean to give him the axe, or did you mean to give him the dagger?
No, I didn't.
Just swap them back. Swap them back.
Multiple screens coming up. Yep.
All right.
So I'll tap Oin and I'll play a forward. Oh, so that Dwyer comes off, doesn't he?
Yeah, and the Huron too.
Oh, yeah. So I've played the forward and just check what else is in my hand. Right. Oh, I just want to decide where I put... Oh, they're not moving anyway, so I'll leave the dagger where it is. Alright, so organised. There's no long events, movement hazard. And the dwarves are moving to the Iron Hill Dwarf Hold.
All right.
3 and 3, so it's a region movement.
Mm-hmm. So it will be, whether you go either through the Withered Heath or the Northern Ravanian, it will be 2 wilderness to the Iron Hills.
Yep.
And 1 Shadowland, and I get 3. All right.
And I get... Oh, yeah, I get 3 as well, yep.
Mm-hmm. Spiders. Giant spiders.
Right.
Key to the wilderness. Key to the double wilderness.
Yep. Check what I've got. Okay, so I'm going to use
a block.
So face attacks at locale 14. So he's got the dagger. So he's 2 + 1 is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Versus
so the block
10.
is, you're using the block on Dane, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
3 and 1 is 10. Got another card here I think that will help.
Mm-hmm.
He'll play Lucky Strike.
All right. So he needs a 7 to tie it. He gets 2 rolls. Got it. Lucky Strike always makes the first roll work.
Yeah.
That's my experience. All right, so Dane is a 9, not tapping. He stays a 9, and he's automatic. So you score the point.
Okay. The first one anyway.
Good.
And I discard...
That's right, the first one, because there's another one coming.
Mm.
So another giant spiders.
Same again, wow. So I've done facing... I'm not cancelling it. What else have I got on my hand? Let's have a look.
So if Dane wants to stay untapped, he could still face this and only need a 4 to tie it. because he'd be down to a 6.
See how Owen goes. So he's a 2, 4, 4 versus 10. No,
He's
no, 3 versus 10.
He'll be a 3, 10 versus 10, yeah?
Yep. Actually, let me think. So if Dane stays... You said Dane stays untapped.
Wait. You know what? You played a Ford. I couldn't play either of these.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Keep the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the other one because I misplayed it. But let me just take that one back to my hand and say no hazards. And then I'll go to hand size. I apologize. And Dane is still untapped, so you can still get your faction.
Great.
All right.
All right, so they've arrived. So I discard that. So the other company is staying still.
At the Haven. And I have no hazards for them.
I draw back to 9 from the last movement.
Right. But no hazards on the other company, so you can roll into your sight phase and...
Okay, yep, so I play One Hill Dwarves. So they get +2 for a dwarf, and I've got to do an 8. So he's +2, so that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't got the unused because he's got Owen
right.
Co. So at the moment it's 4.
So he needs
9.
a 5.
But I think I've got something that will help him. I've got Lordly Presence.
Mm-hmm. That'll work. He's a diplomat. And this is the strangest card. This is one of the only cards that lets you, if you're successful, you get to draw another card. I don't know why they put that in there. No other cards do that.
I was wondering. So that's just...
it's automatic, yeah.
Yep. Tap the side and score. And 4 faction points.
You're running away with this game.
Getting away to a good start, even though it's only one company doing the work.
Yeah, the other guys are sitting back and relaxing at the Haven.
Waiting for something to turn up that will interest them.
He's letting you hold an extra card, so he's doing his part, however small. All right.
I'll just check if there's anything I can get rid of. I'm going to just draw it as hand size, give you the acknowledgement.
All right. Done. Start turn. So my Hobbit heals and my Wounded Dwarf heals. And so the company, the dwarves and the Hobbit are going to move. The wizard and the man are going to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the wizard first. So he's out of ruins and layers, a hazard limit of 2.
Okay.
This is where a Dunafel comes in handy.
He can force a tap.
Yeah, you could tap him and tap Alatar and waste another turn of mine.
How would that be?
Well, because then it leaves me 1 on Dead Strike at 8 prowess. Bard is the only one. He'd have to roll an 8, and then he'd have to play the item untapped. So...
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Yep, I'll do that.
If you had an on guard card that would even just scare me a little bit more, it might even be more effective. Just playing another card onto the site, because I don't know if you've got a Cave Drake or if you've got arouse denizens or something that will boost the auto attack. But the tapping of the main character, the wizard, is pretty effective if you choose to with the Dunafel.
Yeah, well, I can create another option because I've got Mouth of Siren, so I could play it and bring Wake of War back into my hand and play that on guard. No, you wouldn't play it on guard, would you? You'd play it.
Well, Wake of War won't do anything on undead. The Barrow Downs has an undead auto attack.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Plague of Whites. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
The Wake of War is all the carrion feeders that show up after the battle. The wolves and the spiders and the animals picking the bones.
Yep. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll play Mouth of Sauron as a short event.
All right.
So go into my discard pile, and I will grab a wait. Although you've got Wake of War as well, but you haven't been playing it. So
no, I have not. I have not been playing it because I've been on the beating end of this.
Yep. Okay.
So that's one. So you don't have to play that, but you still have a hazard to play.
Yep. And I am going to do that. I am going to tap it.
Yeah, this is where I take a chance, and Bard is going to die, I think, but we'll see what happens. So he taps Alatar.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't go into the movement hazard phase. Okay, there we are.
Okay, so I'm at 9, so no hazards. Next movement phase.
So these guys are just going to move to the other haven.
Right. Triple wilderness, right.
So you can draw 2, and the hazard limit, now that you've killed one of my guys, is down to 2. I mean 3, it's 3. It's 3. It was down from 4 to 3. So I'll draw 2.
2.5, is it rounded
Yeah,
up?
2.5 rounded up.
What did you say? 2 cards?
Uh-huh.
Okay, 3. Let me see. So I'll play Wake of War. I'll discard Dunafil because he's done his thing.
He has.
So 2 more. So what can I do to you? So just check. So you're going from Rivendell to Lorien. Through the Anduin Vales and the Highway Pass. Yep. No, still can't do that. That's a shame. No, I can't do that. Righto. So I'll play Awaken Plant. 1 at 10.
1 at 10. Well, Thorin is going to have to face this since he's my only untapped guy. He will tap the shield, and he will tap. So he's all the way up to a 6 versus a 10.
Oh, yes.
Got it.
So you score that. And what's the other one I've got? And I've got giant spiders.
All right. So again, this is a wilderness. So Bilbo could tap the cloak. I'm all tapped, so you get to choose who it goes after. But if you choose Bilbo, I can tap the cloak to cancel his strike. Now, it is up to... Yeah, Wake of War takes it up Oh, it's strikes and prowess, so it's three. It's
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
Three at
So they're all
11.
facing one at 11.
3 at 11. So I never mind that. I'm just gonna go ahead. He's gonna tap that so that he can skip his, and
Yep.
he is a 4 versus a 10. 11.
11, yep.
Ooh. Now again, with the body, the special ability of the spiders is if you tie his body, he discards. So his body is an 8.
Okay. Body is an 8 because of the shield.
The shield doesn't take
Yep.
it up any higher. It
Ah,
maxed out at 8. It only gives him a +1
yep.
prowess to tap it. So that's really the only effect it gives.
Right. Body check of 8.
Okay. And now he is a 1 versus an 11.
I'll get ready to roll.
Get ready to roll, please.
And
So
he's
his
an 8
body
as
is an
well.
8 as well. So again, an 8 will discard him, a 9 or better.
God.
But look at them. Look at them. They're limping to the haven.
Yeah. Yeah, so it slows you again because now you'll have to. They'll be tapped.
Another turn.
Yeah.
All right.
And that was the 3 hazards, I think. So I draw
All right.
back to 9.
So I'm going to go back.
No more hazards.
8. And go to sight phase. We don't enter Lorien, but we will go ahead and take a chance because Bard is not really worth any points to me, but maybe he can score an item here. Okay. So it's 1 at 8. So he not tapping is a 0 versus an 8.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that. He got it.
Yep.
And he will tap to get Glamdring. And that taps the site, and that's worth 2 item points. There you go.
But it does mean that both fellas are tapped when you move back. Oh, no.
They'll untap. They'll untap when they, next turn they'll untap.
Yep. Oh, that's all right. So you've given me the OT.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, discard that. Draw back to 9 and done.
All right.
Start the turn. And tap all. Yeah.
That 4-point dwarf faction is nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to discard Orifin. Oh, I suppose it's handy having 2 ranges, but it's at the cost of having a 3 hazard limit. Yeah. Oh, 3 GI. If I got rid of him, it'd be back to 5.
Right.
But I've got my wizard, so I'll play my wizard. And say, what happened there? Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. So he comes in at Rivendell, doesn't he?
So, yeah, he can come in at Rivendell or he can come in at his home site.
Oh, Roscoe.
Roscobel is in southern Mirkwood, so it's in a dark domain, and it's a freehold. So it's like, do I hit you with my Nazgul first, or do I hit you with my assassin?
Okay. Yep.
It's not a safe place.
hang on. So I'll just.
Yeah, before you move Radagast, put another spacer in Radagast's column.
Oh yes, yep, that's the one. I dragged it to the table instead of to my hand.
And then organize him and put him in locale 22.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, what are these other guys doing? So they're at the Iron Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just checking my list to see what else these guys were going to do.
Sure.
Okay, so Radagast could move if I want him to, but
The wizard that works well with Círdan and the Elves of Lindon is Palando, because the Grey Havens is his home site. And so he could come in and take control of Círdan, and Círdan can just sit there with him. You get 2 extra cards in hand because Palando's ability gives you an extra card, and Círdan at the Grey Havens gives you an extra card. And without putting Elro here under Círdan, if Círdan is following the wizard, lets you hold 10 cards, and Círdan brings the elves in automatic because he's got so much direct influence.
Yeah.
But Radagast, obviously, his trade-off is you get to draw cards for the wilderness he moves. And he's got a +1 to his corruption checks.
All right. So I'll play a forward and tap coin. And I'm organised.
He knows all the places to cross the river. He's been playing forward all game.
Yeah.
He says, no, cross it over here. This is where we go. They won't follow us.
So I have to face my wake of war, so it stays to your turn.
Right.
Yep, it's only been in for 1. So I go into movement. Hazard phase.
Those lazy elves are still sitting at the haven.
Yeah. They have got things to do, but the cards haven't turned up. All right, so Dane is going to go to Eagle's Eyrie, so that's a region movement.
All right.
And it's 1 each. From Iron Hill.
So I'll remember this time that you've played a forward and I cannot play my giant spiders.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll draw 1.
I'll draw 1.
I have no hazards.
Okay, so I draw to 9.
You're going to discard. Let's discard 1. All right. So they're there.
All right, and Radagast is going to move to the Grey Havens.
Right.
Why is Rivendell tapped?
It just tapped when you played it out. I think when you moved it, you may have double-clicked it.
Yep. Okay. So that is got to be a region movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's two. So read. This is the second time.
So let's see what we can do to Radagast. Radagast did not play a forward, so that Spiders is going to come out and get him.
Okay.
You don't actually, you're only moving through 2 wilderness. You don't have to move through Numeriador. You can just do Rudauer, Arthedain, and Linden, because Arthedain and Linden are both adjacent. Numeriador is adjacent to Linden too, but it's an extra region you don't have to go through if you don't want. But if you want to draw the cards, you can. So he lets you draw. You could draw 5 cards for his move.
Oh. 1, 2 plus 3 for the wilderness.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to draw mine, so let me draw my 2.
Oh, so I might have chosen to go the extra wilderness to get the extra card.
That is exactly right. It would let you draw 5 cards instead of 4 cards. Now you only have to draw 1 card when you move, but you may draw up to the card draw plus each region, each wilderness he moves through. So that 3rd wilderness could let you draw a 5th card.
And you're going to be potentially 2 hazards against me.
And I've already thrown the giant spiders out on the table, so you know that's coming.
So I'll draw 1 and see what it is.
Yeah, and you can draw and stop when you look. I mean, you can look at the cards, draw them one at a time, and stop when you decide to.
So this is the 2nd. This is the 3rd.
Like if you're looking for a concealment, for example, he could keep drawing, and then if you drew it, but still had 2 more cards that you didn't want to draw, you could stop.
That's the 4th. Yep, and that's all I need, so I'll stop at that point. I'll have a bit of discarding to do. All right, so it's so it would be 2 at 10, but it's 1 at 11. Well, plus Wake of War makes it.
So the Wake of War
makes it 13.
Makes it 3 at 11. Or 1 at 13, right? Same math.
Yep, okay. So he's 1 at 13 and he's a 6. So he's going to face attacks. And he's going to... let me just see. I might be able to get some points. So he's 6 versus 13. So at the moment he needs a 7 to tie.
Right.
Okay, so I don't think I'll muck around here. I think I'll tap him. So he stays a 6.
Right.
Oh.
Think it through. Think it through.
I won't. I'll untap him. What I'll do is I'll play the dodge.
Right. So he will stay untapped, but he gets his full prowess. So he does need a 7. Now, the only disadvantage of dodge is that if he gets wounded, it does lower his body by 1.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play... gosh. I've got a risky blow, but it's also -1 to body.
Well, you could play that, and that takes him up even more likely to beat it. But it does make it more dangerous if he's not going to pass. If he has a body check.
I was saving it. Yeah. I was saving it for the second hazard. So I think but he's going to tap anyway. He's not trying to do anything at the Grey Haven. So I think I'll play it. I think I'll play it now to the known danger. So he doesn't tap, so he's a 6 plus 3 is 9.
And he needs a 4 to tie it.
But he's -2 if he fails, so please don't fail.
There, he got it. He didn't even need any help.
So score the... Right. What else have you got? Oh, I think I forgot to... Oh, no, it does it automatically. No, it doesn't do it automatically, so I've got a couple of kill points.
Yeah, score your kill points.
All right, what else you got? Done facing.
So I've only got one more hazard I can play, so let's go ahead and get him with a Cave Drake.
Oh, good on you.
So
So that's
it's-
one of the
it's
11.
one of the 11.
So he'll tap.
Uh-huh.
So
So
he's a
5 will
six,
tie
so he's
it,
11.
6 will beat it. I'm just feeding you points. Look, another 11.
Yeah.
Another
This is
11.
good.
Oh. That's it. That's all I have.
So now I've got to get. Yep.
And now you've got a bunch to discard. Usually, if you've got that many cards in your hand, just get rid of stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't look back. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
When you got
stress.
11,
I've only got to go to 9 though. So
you've got to have. Yeah, I was going to say you've got to have at least 2 cards that are worth discarding.
Yep. That one can go. And that one.
And I have no hazards on the elves.
Okay, so I can go into this. I'll just get rid of these. These are origin cards.
Mm-hmm.
Origin site cards to tidy up. I'm into the site phase. Now,
If you want to move your wizard over, that's fine. I don't mind. The what? What were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say the dwarves moved on spec, but luckily I picked up Gua here. Who this was.
Man, you're killing me.
You saw them coming.
You're killing me. You're playing all my same resources.
It's a bit early for you to be thinking of holding it in your hand for the council.
Right. No, I don't have them yet. I haven't drawn them, but they're in the deck. Oh no! I'm sorry. Did you say Guahir or the Eagles?
Guahir.
Yeah, that's who I've got.
Yep. Okay, so I'll play Guahir on Dane. Tap Dane. Tap the side, and it's 2 ally points. And another card I picked up in all that was the Elves of Linden.
Ah.
So +2.
Kierdan is using his 4 to control Elra here, but he does have +2 against the elves, and he does have another +2 for being an elf on the card, which is +4. But that means he needs a 6. Or you could wait a turn and rearrange everybody with your wizard there. And
I've got a new friendship.
New friendship, even better. Never mind. I don't need to tell you how to play.
No. It's good.
I forget that you have these cards, and I'm trying to advise you without knowing what you've got, and it's a mistake.
This deck is a diplomat.
Yeah.
This was me experimenting with a diplomat card.
Yes.
So
there's an even better diplomat card that comes up in a later set.
okay.
It
So
lets
they're
you,
an 8. So, they're a 9. So I've got to roll 2. Is it 4?
You got to roll a 3. Who's using it? It's Kierdan, right?
Yep. Oh,
so
yes.
Kierdan
Two
has
two
+2
4,
and +2 and +3.
7. Yeah. Yep. So it's so how do we normally type that? I need greater than a 9.
Sure.
And I'm +7. And of course, we know from I think it was last week, that I managed to roll a double 1 in this situation.
Yeah.
So nothing will surprise me.
The
It's
dice are
working
hot
today.
tonight. They're working.
So let's score the faction.
Look at how many cards you've gone through in your deck, and look at how many cards I've gone through.
Yeah, I've been drawing heaps.
That's the sign of a successful game. is when you can go through that many cards that quickly. You're doing something right because you're playing hazards quickly and you're playing resources quickly.
That's good.
And I am not.
Okay, so into end of turn, you've got nothing on guard.
Right.
So I could discard something. Let's have a look. Is there anything here I don't want? No, I'll just draw 3. Give you the acknowledgement.
So I'll discard 1 and draw 1.
And end of turn. End of turn.
All right. So tapped and tapped.
And the Wake of War comes off.
Wake of War will come off.
Not in the long event. That new friendship's been used. Yes, those wounds are slowing you down with your ring strategy.
Yep. All right. Gonna have to get smart here. So at Lorien, Thorin has enough direct influence to bring Biffer in under his control, and I can do that without the wizard being there because he can bring him in directly. Thorin can bring him in directly.
Okay.
And those guys are going to sit and wait while the other company comes and joins them. So we're going to cut through the mountains from Cardolin through 4. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on 1 second. Hello?
Yeah, it's me again, Spence.
Yeah.
My wizard failed a corruption check by equal.
Well, he's eliminated. They don't actually discard. Wizards always are eliminated if they fail.
Items.
His items go with him.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yep.
so they're not discarded, they're removed.
Oh, no. The items discard, but he's removed.
No, he just told me the items discard.
The item...
The wizard removed.
Right. The wizard is eliminated. The items are discarded.
I can't believe it. I played a fellowship and tapped to support his board.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
The guy I'm playing said, man, talk about bad luck.
Yeah. All right.
Later, man. Sorry to keep bothering.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. I'm glad you're checking in.
All right, man.
All right, bye. His wizard failed his corruption check. He rolled a 2.
No.
He rolled a 2.
No.
All right. So we've got our path down there, and because it's Alatar, you get to draw 1 from the Barrow Downs, and I draw 1 from the Barrow Downs.
Okay. All right, and it has a limit of 2.
Oh, I should have switched the sword, but I'll leave it where it is for now.
Do you want it?
No. No, leave it where it is. I'm good.
Okay. Got a lot of choices here.
That's not what I want to hear.
With a double wilderness.
Quadruple wilderness.
Yeah. Okay, so play the giant spiders.
Yeah, spiders.
There's a lot of those about.
They're everywhere. All right, so we're gonna have to face it. I have no cancelers. So luckily, Bard is a little bit tougher with the sword. He's going to go first because if he dies, the sword can go over to Alatar, who can fight with it.
Right. Yep, I'm glad you said that. I wouldn't have thought of that.
So Bard is a 3 with another 3 from the sword to a 6. He's going to tap. So he's a 6 versus a 10. Good.
Yep.
And Alatar is just going to flat out tap and face this 6 versus 10. Not going to do it. These dice are not helping out at all. Whoops, wrong way.
And so you're on that if it equals business.
Not wizards, not with wizards.
Non-wizard. Yep.
Sorry, I'm just wiggling these guys around trying to get my...
So it's a body check of...
So body check of 9.
Okay. Righto, so he discards, and my second hazard...
More spiders.
No.
Wargs.
Something that will surprise you. Corsairs.
The Corsairs. They're
Key
not
to
bad.
Cardaland.
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be 5 strikes at 9. So that means you have... you have 3 modifiers to assign. Or one at 12, right? 1 at 9 and 1 at 12?
Yep. So Bard would be 2 plus 3 is 5, or Alatar will be a 4. Yeah, so I'll have a go at Alatar.
Yeah. So Bard is a 5 versus a 9.
He's 5 versus 9.
Good.
Yep.
And now Alatar is a 4 versus a 12. Yeah. Now his body check is 8, so if you roll a 9, he's dead. Yeah, that got him. That got him. He didn't belong in this story anyway. I'm trying to play the Hobbit over here.
So that's no more hazards.
That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, that's enough. So discard the Corsairs. And
right.
the other company...
The other company is staying at Lorien.
Yep. So it's 4 hazards, but only 4 hazards. Yeah, I think I have got something I want to do. So I'll play you for the horseman. You may bring a hazard creature from your discard.
Yeah, he's great. He's nice to leave on the table and get the low frequency of play creature that you discard when it's time to play it.
Oh, right.
So like if you have a lot of creatures, let's say you have a lot of dragons that are only keyable to their home site, or if Doors of Night is in play, they get keyed to more regions. But you're not playing those because I'm not there yet. So you discard them, and then you play Uvatha to the table, and then when I move to the Lonely Mountain, you use Uvatha to get Smog out of the discard pile and attack me.
Yeah, okay.
So he works well to get any creature, but he's especially effective to get the low frequency of play creatures that are keyable on the turn that you can get them.
Yeah, yep. The other thing I was thinking of doing with him was to bring my Mouth of Sauron back so that I could then use
another way that people play him all the time.
But there's no point in putting that on the table at the moment because you've finished moving. But I could at least get it back into my hand ready
You
for your
could.
next turn.
Yes, you could.
And I've got spare hazards that I'm not going to be able to do anything else with. So I think I will do that.
Okay.
So I'll tap him, go into my discard, drag Mouth of Sauron to my hand. He's a creature. I'll discard that. And then I'll play Mouth of Sauron and I'll use it as a short event to bring a discard into my hand. So back into there again. And so he discards. And I can place something on guard.
Mhm.
Yep, just so that
You sure can.
again, I haven't got the on guard card. Because I forgot to press next movement hazard phase.
That's okay.
Resolve hand to 9. I'll just temporarily change my hand size to 8.
Yep. That's a
to click through.
quick way to do it.
And I'll go on guard. And no hazards. And draw back to 9. Next movement hazard phase. Alright.
Okay. So I'm going to move all these guys together since they're at the same place. And for the sight phase, we will end and not go in. So you can take your card back to hand.
Right, yep.
And go to hand size.
So we're in... Yes, I just go into hand size because I'm over. Yep. And start the turn. And tap all. So at this stage...
At this stage, you just need to get 4 points and call the council as soon as you get through your deck.
Yeah. So Radagast, so I should move him across.
Yeah, you can put him in one of the columns, one of those 2 columns, and then move guys around to follow how you want. He could control Orphan, or he could control Círdan, or he could control Orphan and Elrahir, or however you want.
So that discards that. So here it is. Why he's controlling that? Put him there for a moment, and he will. What happened there? Let me just try that again. Getting myself hopelessly mixed up here.
That's okay.
I've got menus everywhere. I'm just going to put him at the end because I just don't know how to clear that option. So there I'll organise him.
That works too. Yeah, no problem. Exactly.
So that means he's following Radagast, doesn't it? Yeah, because he's above him. Yep.
Yeah. And he's got enough influence that if you get the elves or if you have them in your hand, he can bring them in. Because he's got 8 free.
Yeah. I've got Eladan, so I'm going to bring him in at 11.
Yeah. character.
7 is 15. So now I'm up to 5 free GI.
And don't forget, I'm counting 8 character points. I think 3, 4,
Oh,
5, 6, 7, 8.
take that. And so I'm actually. Oh yeah, so you can only bring one character in a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just check what resources I've got to play. Yep. Right. I click on the wrong spot. So, oh yeah, so Moria is in Redhorn Gate. So if I click on Redhorn Gate.
Yeah, it's a teeny little spot.
Oh, there it is there.
It's
yeah.
hard to find. It's
Yeah.
hard to click on.
When I clicked on Redhorn Gate, I didn't see Moria for some reason. But interestingly, again, there's an underdeep there. Ancient Deephold is showing.
I wonder why.
They look cool. I don't know why they're suddenly appearing there. Maybe I've made some change in my settings.
I don't know. I've never seen them come up like that, but let me look.
What determines whether you normally see them?
What alignment you are.
The type of...
What alignment you are.
And I chose
yeah,
hero.
I see it too. I see it. It's in mine too. They may have been tinkering with this. I don't know why it's there, because the Undergates is there, but Ancient Deephold is there too. Is that the card you said you see?
Hang on, I'll just double check. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in.
And
it's
the
on my.
Undergates,
It's on my choice too.
Okay. No. All right. So I haven't got any enhancers. They're not moving, so I'm organised. There's no long events. Into the movement hazard phase.
Are the guys are the dwarves not moving?
Oh no, I forgot to put it out.
Good.
I'll put it in my hand. Okay, so the dwarves are moving to Moria.
Right.
So that's region movement.
Mm-hmm.
From Vale. What's it? Foothills, Redhorn Gate.
Right. So I'll draw 3.
And I get 2. All right.
Play that. Give you another kill point.
So 1 at 12.
Mm-hmm. So that's key to the shadow hold, to the site.
Okay, yep. 3 and 1 is 4. This is a 12.
You have an ally that can fight it too, if you want. Or the ally could even tap to give +1 to a character who fights it.
Yes, that's right, because I've got it at 2 or less. Oh, no, that's the other thing. That's if he wants to move. Yep, he can move. So he can tap to assist as well, right. I'll just check my enhancers. So I'll play Risky Blow, which is a +3, and I'll tap Gua here. So that's 4. So it's 4 and 3 is 7 and 1 is 8. Is that right?
Who's facing it?
Oh, sorry. face. I forgot about that business. And yeah, Oin.
Yeah, that's 8.
Yep. Okay, so 8. This is 12. Yep.
Got it.
So just all that. And 1 kill point. And one more hazard.
I'll play a river. So you've still got him untapped.
Oh, that worked out.
So
well.
that worked out for you, but it does mean that Dane will have to get an item if you're getting it, or if you're getting Gollum. I guess he could get Gollum too, but Dane, Owen will have to tap if you want to do anything this turn.
Yep. Okay, so I'm at 9.
I go down to 8. All right.
Okay, and the other company is staying where they are.
And no hazards on them.
Phase. Side phase. And I will tap. What does it say? Must do nothing. Yeah, so I'll tap Oin. And I have got Gollum.
Yeah.
If his company size is less... Oh, and he's got that ability of being able to tap to cancel.
Yes, he's nice.
Wilderness or Shadowland, yeah.
He's nice.
So can one character have 2 allies?
He can have as many allies as you want. And your allies right now are going to double because I have none.
So he taps. Oh, that gets discarded. And taps. That's the river done. End of turn phase. I've got the option of discarding. Eight.
Oh, I thought you gave me one already. I'm sorry. I went ahead and did mine. Done.
Ah, okay.
All right. So we untap. Thorin has enough influence. He's got 2 direct influence that he's controlling Bifur. He's got 2 more influence against dwarves and dwarf factions. Yeah?
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sorry about this. Since it's a learning game, I just suddenly realised that I wanted to try and do something as I got to the end of my first play deck.
Okay.
And I've sort of, if I don't do it before you start your turn, will I be able to do it during your turn if my play deck finishes?
If your play deck discard, I mean, if you cycle through your play deck, you can swap cards in and out from your sideboard if that's what you're asking. No matter whose turn it is. Once you go through your deck, you can take 5 cards out and put up to 5 cards out and up to 5 cards in. Was that what you were wanting?
Partly. The other thing was I was going to do that thing of when it got close to the end, I was going to tap the wizard to bring in additional cards, resource cards.
He can do that, but you have to have... He can do it during your organization phase. But you have to have 5 cards in your play deck to do it. You have to have at least 5 in your play deck.
Yeah, so I missed it, yeah. I forgot, yeah. I was going to do that to increase... I was going to bring extra resources in.
Right.
And then do my exchange at the end of the play deck. And bring hazards in.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the practice. I've got to learn to I've got to remember.
Yeah, I probably should have
Yeah.
let you know ahead of time that does require you have 5 cards in your play deck
Yeah,
because
I knew that, and I forgot. Yep. All right. Yeah. So sorry about that. Carry on.
no problem. I'm just looking
I
at
think
what I've
that'll take
got
a
here.
few games to get that right.
So Bilbo has 1 direct influence. He's going to control another dwarf that's coming in, Ori.
Okay.
And that means I've got 5 and 8 is 13, 15, 16, 17. So I have 3 free general influence. And count that again. 4, 12, 17. Yeah. Okay. And we're going to go
2, 3, 4, 5.5 is 6. Ooh.
How many do I have? I've got too many guys, don't I? No, I got 6. I got 6.
Oh, no, I was just counting your hazard limit.
Yeah, and I was looking at how many I had because the company size is only allowed to be 7.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we're organized. And we're going to go steal your faction.
Oh.
Or try to steal your faction.
Can I use lordly presence to counter that, or is it only the person doing the influencing?
It's only the person doing the influencing. What you have, the card that you need is called Wizard's Laughter. And what Wizard's Laughter does is it's a spell that your wizard can use. He doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. He just has to be in play. And he can play that card, and it cancels an influence attempt against your characters, items, factions, allies, whatever. But it is it's usually a sideboard card that gets brought in if you are playing the same sort of resources as your opponent, and once your wizard is in play. But it does take it takes a slot to hold it in case you need to protect it. So it's a moderately used card, but again, it protects. Because if I'm able to get your faction here, that would be an 8-point swing. Because the 4 points would leave you and they'd go to me. But let's see what happens here first. And I forgot you had enough. You could call the council. I don't know if you meant to or not.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh no! You need to go through your deck. I'm sorry. Need to go through your deck.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. So you've got a card draw of 3 and a hazard limit of 6.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'll start with Wake of War. You haven't got a Twilight? Oh no, it's not environment. No,
not
so
an
you
environment.
Can't do that.
No.
So walls. I've got any walls and. Now you're going from. I have to look at the regions because I've got cards. I'm starting to sort of try and play creatures that based on their region.
So this is what you have to do when I'm using starter movement. The way that I've got the /P, it throws down the regions. I mean, it throws down the type, but it not by name. What you are allowed when someone uses starter movement. It pretend like it's sort of like a tunnel through the wilderness, through the map, and it really only allows you to key creatures by region type to the starting region and the finishing region. So Iron Hills is where I'm going, and Wolden Foothills is where I'm leaving. So you could key to either of those regions by name, but otherwise you can only key to the regions by type since I'm using starter movement.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And the thinking when they came up with that was sometimes people will just be playing with starter movement. They won't have region cards or they won't have a map, and you won't know what regions they're moving through. except by the
Yeah.
ones that are printed on the cards, the 2 cards.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yes, and of course it's more it's more than 4. I don't think I thought of that.
Right.
When I went to
Yeah, that's the only way to get
one.
there from the
One,
Haven
two.
without having to stop somewhere on the way.
All right. Okay. So that's 1 hazard. So I'll play Huorn.
So that's going to
1
take
at
it.
10.
Oh,
2 at 11, isn't it?
Will it?
Yeah.
No, it's still it's an awakened plant. Yeah, it's not going to hit.
Yep.
1 at 10. What I really need in here is some combat enhancers because I'm just getting torn up. Feely. We'll face it.
Feely steps up.
But you got to take one for the team. He's a 2. 2 versus a 10.
Yep.
Nah, not going to do it.
Okay. So body check.
Body check of 8.
Nope. Okay, so that goes
4 more.
It won't be that many, fortunately. I'll go Watcher in the Water.
Oh, that's a good one because everybody has to take it.
So I probably should have played that first.
Well, you can play it how you want. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not necessarily.
All right.
Feely's ended up wounded.
So this is an animal, so it does get a boost from the Wake of War. Yep. So the number of strikes does not change because everybody automatically faces 1, and when there's extra strikes, that doesn't matter when everybody faces 1. But it does take it from an 8 to a 9. So everybody faces 1 at 9. Bilbo is going to tap his cloak to cancel his. Ori is going to tap. He's a 2 versus a 9. He beats his. Bifur is a 7 body, so he better tap. So he is a 4 versus a 9. Good. Thorin is a 2 versus a 9, not tapping.
And not using the shield?
Yeah, he better use the shield. Thank you. 3 versus a 9. Good.
Yep.
0 versus a 9. So his body is down to a 7.
7.
Yeah. Ooh, got him. All right. Remove from game.
No character points.
But he's important to me to help this influence attempt because I have a friend or 3. And that would count him even though he's wounded. So now, Bard is a 3, 4, 5, 6 versus a 9. And that's that.
Alright, so I discard the Watcher.
Another Watcher?
Another Watcher? No, it's the Wargs.
The Wargs.
So that's 3 at 10.
3 at 10. Well, it's going to have to be Bilbo and Thorin, and then one other of your choice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 3, 6, 4, 7. But he's got Bard has got the worst body, but he's got Glamdring.
Yeah.
So then I think I go Ori because he's got less prowess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. So he is a 1 versus a, what was it, a 10?
Yep.
1 versus a 10. Mm.
Body
Just
check
getting torn up
7.
here. Mm.
Ooh, this fellowship is decreasing by the moment.
Yeah, it sure is.
The influencer, I mean.
All right. He's a 1 versus a 10.
That's a body check of 9. And Thorin has to stay untapped, does he, if you
He
want to do
needs
the...
to stay untapped, yeah. So
Yep.
he's down to a 2 versus a 10. I mean, why not? There's nothing else I can do this game.
Oh, yes.
Got it.
Okay, so that discards... I'd like to say I've got more, but I haven't.
Well, that's enough, I'll tell you what.
Oh, actually, no, I'll put something on guard.
Sure.
From
9,
sight.
8.
So I go no hazards. I draw back. Now again, it's not letting me draw back to 9.
Oh, because you're out of your... You've cycled through your deck.
Ah, right, okay.
So do you want to sideboard your cards in?
Yes.
All right, so this is the best way to do it. Click on your play deck and then click on the sideboard button.
Yep.
Now, drag those cards one at a time to your empty play deck.
Okay, so up to 5.
Up to 5. And it doesn't matter if they're hazards, resources, characters, whatever. Okay, now click close. And then click on the play deck again. Actually, before you click on the... Unclick the play deck.
Yep.
Click on your discard pile so that it appears you've got a full screen with all of your cards in your discard pile.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the discard pile is pulled up in front of you, click on play deck and click move to sideboard. And then you will get a target symbol, and you can click one card. You'll have to do this 5 times. You'll click one card out of your play deck or out of your discard pile, and it will move it to the sideboard. And then you just do that again. Click. Can you do that? So you've got your...
So I've opened up the discard pile.
So you've opened up your discard pile. Leave it open. And click on your play deck and click the button that says move to sideboard.
Yep.
Now you should have a little yellow target symbol.
Yep.
Click on whatever card, like click on your other copy of your wizard. Would be the first character to move.
And where am I clicking to find my wizard?
If you, it will be in the discard pile that's displayed out on the table in front of you. Is that displayed?
No, my other wizard is still in my hand. I forgot to discard.
Well then don't worry about that. You can click out anything else from your discard pile that you want. Twilight, if you want, if you've got any Twilights in there, or.
And where? Oh, this is where I'm putting them.
This will move them. This will move them from the discard pile to the sideboard.
Oh, because I'm doing the exchange. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, you're on the second half of the exchange. You've moved cards from your sideboard into your play deck. Now you're moving cards from your discard pile into your sideboard. one at a time.
I forgot about him to do
And
that.
then
yeah.
then you'll redeck, and it will shuffle everything back together, but it will leave those cards that you pulled out into the sideboard.
Yeah, so I should have got rid of my wizard, so that was one that could go. That was a mistake.
That's okay. You can get rid of any 5 cards that you don't like, or that are duplications, or that you don't need at this point.
Oh gosh, I should have thought about this beforehand so that I. Okay, so. Gosh, how am I gonna like this? Okay, I'll do it this way.
Okay.
Oh, so I clicked on one and it disappeared. So I have
Right.
to.
So now click on your play deck again.
Okay.
And click move to sideboard. Your sideboard your discard pile should stay on full display.
It actually closed when I clicked on something.
Oh, it did. Okay, so you have to click discard again.
And then click play and move to sideboard and keep doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit clunky. I think if there were some script that they could put into this that would let you do 5, just a quick swap would be great, but...
Alright, so I've done 3 so far, haven't I?
Right.
Yep. And 4. I'm getting into the swing of it now.
Yeah, it goes quick once you think of how to do it, and it follows the same step. It's pretty easy to do. So after you've got your 5 that you've moved, you can go ahead and close the discard pile if it's still open. And do the command to redeck. And there.
Right, okay. So I had to draw back to 9 for the movement hazard, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And next movement hazard phase. Yep.
All right.
And, yep, so it's with you, isn't it?
Okay. So I go to the sight phase.
So I will go possible effect.
So Thorin is going to tap, and he's going to try to influence the Ironhill Dwarves away. So you have 5 free that you will get to defend with along with a roll. I'm going to get a roll, and I get to add his influence. So he has +2 direct influence that he's using to control Bifur, but he also has +2 direct influence against dwarves and dwarf factions. So he's got 2 for that. And I play a friend or 3, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And I play another friend or 3, and that gives me 4 more to that. So that's 10 added to my roll. He's got +2, and I get +4 and +4. So I've got 10 to add to my roll. You've got 5. I'm sorry?
Is it 12?
Is it 12?
Is it 12?
1, 2, 3, 4, 4
You've got
8.
Thorin's
controlling Bifur.
Influence.
He's controlling Bifur.
Oh, he's controlling Bifur. Oh, sorry. Yep.
So he's got 10. But you have 5 to negate 5 of my 10. So your 5 free GI reduces my +10 to a +5. And we both get to roll. And I have to beat you with my +5.
Yep. Okay, so I'll roll.
All right.
Oh, you're rolling? Yep.
I rolled, yeah.
Oh, so you've rolled. So you're...
So I've got a 14, so I don't think you can beat it. So that...
no.
So that scores them for me, and that discards them for you.
Okay. Do I just drag it to
just drag it to your discard pile and negate them from your
that was
point
good.
tally. Yeah. That was the 2 friend or threes was necessary for that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the hazards of playing a similar resource deck, is that you're vulnerable to influence attempts against your things. And that's all I have. I'm going to end of turn and draw up.
Oh, and I'm at 10. I'm going to Oh, no, I'm not going to discard that. I'm going to discard...
So you discard your wizard, your other wizard, right?
Yeah. So done.
All right.
Right. All right. Well, I might pause there.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Yeah.
So you've got 26 points. You could do one last turn and then call it. And there's really, I don't have much of a chance of coming back with no allies. The only thing I've got is a faction to keep your faction from doubling, and items. But you've got the allies that will double, and that's just going to run away with the game. You've got 4 ally points that'll double to 8.
I think I'll keep going because there's something else in the deck that there's
one
good card I wanted to play.
Sure, and you want to play
it. And then I can see if you can achieve your strategy.
I have clearly not been able to achieve my strategy.
Oh dear. I'll save game. Yeah. So I think we'll get in most of a session by the time we play through. Even if we just keep going, play through till we both got our play decks through if need be. Because I haven't got my next deck ready yet. I've started on another deck. But it's early days. It's only about a quarter of the way developed.
You've played very successfully this game. All of your enhancers were just what you needed. All of the combat modifiers.
I wonder why my strategy was to say I'm going to have just 2 characters in each company, and I'm going to keep the good fighter untapped by using those block, dodge, lucky strike, and risky blow, and just trying to get used to the subtle differences between those 4.
It worked really well.
Up in my notes.
I played a lot of creatures this game. I didn't play really any corruption, but I wanted to stick to the Hobbit, to the storyline of the Hobbit. So it's all spiders and wolves and just trying to run through the path of the story, which is unfortunate because you're getting all the same things. You got Gwahir, you got the dwarves.
Yeah, it's strange because it must be long odds to have such a similar strategy.
Well,
similar resource and similar.
Yours is working much better. So kudos.
So it'll be your turn on Sunday night. With any luck.
All right.
Yep. Okay, that was excellent.
Okay,
Thanks,
great. Thank you for playing. Always fun, David. Always enjoy it.
Okay. Look forward to the next session.
Yeah, have a good one, and we'll start up again same time in 2 days, right?
Yep, that'd be good.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
have
you.
a good one. Goodbye.
Thanks. See you.